Welcome to Your Pivot Game is Strong, the podcast where we tackle the disruptions of chaos head on and discover how to take that much needed chill pill with Dr. Jen Sheringham. And together, we'll explore practical strategies to help you transition from chaos to calm while kicking the door to bring joy in your life. Each week, we dive deep into the tools and resources you need to stop yourself from diving down the rabbit hole of overwhelm. Instead, we'll put you in drive so you can truly thrive, whether you're facing workplace challenges, personal upheavals, or simply everyday stresses of life. This podcast is your go-to guide for mastering the art of pivoting with grace and confidence. So get ready to embrace your power and embark on your journey towards a more peaceful and joyful existence. Remember, you have the strength to turn chaos into clarity because your pivot game is strong.
Welcome to today's podcast. I'm super glad you're tuned in as we explore a powerful concept that can transform your personal and professional life. Vision. In this episode, we're going to dive into how visioning helps shape a desired future, the impact it has on history, and how you can harness its power to create clarity, resilience, and momentum. Visioning is more than just goal setting. It's the process of creating a vivid mental image of a desired future state. Visionaries don't just dream, they inspire, mobilize, and lead. One of the most iconic American visionaries in modern history was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His I Have a Dream speech from 1963 shared a vision of the world where people were judged by their content of their character, not the color of our skin. And with the DEI going away, this is 100% upholding the 1964 Civil Rights Act that was so fiercely fought for by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He didn't want to have people segregated and separated and marginalized, and these programs absolutely 100% marginalized. Did they bring awareness? Sure. But if you're going to hire based on marginalization, and as a female leader in the military, I can say I would rather be judged on the content of my character and by how freaking awesome I am at work and what I can do, not because I'm a woman. His vision ignited a movement, and it continues to inspire millions of people today and is currently embedded in President Trump's executive orders. Dr. King's vision wasn't just hope. It was a call to action. And it forever altered the trajectory of the civil rights movement. Thank God. Similarly, Malala Yousafzai, who began advocating for girls' education in 2008. I remember reading her book when it came out. It was outstanding. I cried. And it was amazing what this little girl did. She was, basically wedded off to a grown-ass man when she was a young girl. And the expectation is obviously she used to do her wifey diligence and sleep with her husband on the wedding night, but she never knew what the hell it was, and he raped her. She wanted to get away, but she knew that she needed to gain the trust of her captors so that she could exercise a little bit of freedom so that when they went to the market, she found an opportunity and she ran. She had this vision for the world where every girl had access to quality education. And her fight against the Taliban and for the rights of girls everywhere has not only changed lives, but shifted global priorities toward education and empowerment. And unfortunately, with the pullout of Afghanistan and me being part of the resettlement of 13,000 Afghan refugees in the States, and that was one of 9 locations, I have an interesting story for that. As leaders, that really pushed back Malala's work. There was an awareness that was being built, and it catalyzed global support for change. showing how visionaries work to improve the world by addressing its evils, and then boom, an American president can make a really poor decision, and that's what we're faced with. So, visionaries, they just don't inspire social change. They really bring forward innovations that transform the way we live. Let's take Jeff Bezos, for example. Whether you like him or not, he founded Amazon with a vision. He reshaped the shopping experience, making it easier for consumers to purchase anything with a click of the button. And I'm personally glad for Amazon because it's awesome, particularly during the pandemic. In fact, according to PSAL in 2021, their research pointed out that major tech companies like Amazon, Facebook, and Google thrived during the pandemic. They literally transformed how people connect, shop, and access entertainment, and really did ensure that society could continue functioning during this global crisis. Visionaries like Bezos also show how innovation can enhance survivability through chaos. In the midst of the global uncertainty, these companies provided a lifeline for all of us. It kept our economies moving, and it really gave people access to necessities. And this is really a perfect example of how visionaries advance the human experience, sometimes in ways we can't even imagine at first, but later in hindsight, it's like, oh my gosh, wow, thank you. So, how do you create a vision that you can inspire change or innovation? So, first, it's a mental process where you clarify your desired future and explore what you want to create. It goes far beyond just setting goals, and everybody knows that I love goal setting, but it's really about crafting a compelling, inspiring image of the future. And when you visualize your future, you really create a mental roadmap for how to get there. Research done by Cotter in 2012 argues that vision is critical for aligning goals, motivating actions, and eliminating confusion, especially during times of change. He suggests that clear communication of the vision keeps motivation high and fosters resilience during transitions. Similarly, Pollock and Pollock in 2015, their research emphasized the importance of keeping teams apprised of changes to maintain momentum and focus. For both individuals, the organization's vision provides clarity and focus, aligning decisions and actions toward a clear goal. It offers inspiration during challenging times and helps to maintain motivation when obstacles arrive. Now, there's 6 components to build a vision. It's gaining clarity, set and plan goals, ensure the vision inspires, self-reflect often, gain support and accountability, and maintain momentum. So starting off with gaining clarity and focus, really have to define exactly what you want to achieve. The clearer you are, the more focused your actions will be. And this can be kind of confusing because there's so many things going on in the world. FOMO tends to distract a lot of us. So it's really hard to decide on really what you want because there's so many choices out there. But coaching can definitely help you weed through all the things that are going on in your brain. The second one is to set and plan goals. Now, I love setting and planning goals. It's awesome, especially getting those actionable steps into the timeline of your day, breaking it down in like really manageable tasks. And it really does see how like what you're doing and how that's like directly related to your vision. And if you're doing things and it's not, then why are you doing them? That's a really great way to eliminate the noise. The third one is ensure the vision inspires. Because really, if it doesn't resonate with you emotionally, it's going to go away because motivation is really like, okay, it ebbs and flows because of your energy levels. And really, in order to get something done, you don't really need the motivation. You need the discipline, and you need that drive. Then motivation is a factor that comes with that. But you really have to have that discipline to push past your obstacles. And when you do, then you get motivated. And it's like, okay, cool. But motivation is a very fleeting type of energy. The fourth one is self-reflection. And you got to do that often because, really, if you're, you're going all over the place and you don't have time to like stop and think, um, that's going to be you're the FOMO is going to happen. It's a given. We're human. So what I do is wake up early every morning and I meditate and I sit there with some nice music without anybody talking. I do my Reiki on my chakras and my mind is racing. What do I got to do today? But that's over time my brain starts to slow down, even though it's in the morning. Okay, if I do this, then I'm going to be tired to this. How do I do this? And then when I kind of map out the day and find the solutions, because there's sometimes a lot of conflicts, because I'm a very busy person, I map it out and then iron out the conflicts. And I'll even look at my daily calendar to see like what's my day like. And then I'm going to visualize it in my head while I'm meditating, what my day looks like, when I'm going to start feeling tired, and what I could do to boost that energy again. So try to self-reflect often. And then five, let's gain support and accountability. I'm going to bring it back to the gym. I love working out. Working out is so much fun. But as I'm getting older, it's a little bit harder because I'm dealing with a little fear of getting hurt. And again, that motivation, it's like, and I started noticing that I would make it an excuse not to go to the gym. And then lo and behold, find out that it's because I'm not liking the way I'm performing. I'm fearful of getting hurt, and it's just really hard for me. And you know what? That's crazy because I used to be a personal trainer, group instructor, love the fitness industry, and now I'm having struggles with it. So guess what? I hired a coach. And that is my support and accountability partner. And it's amazing. And I have so much fun when I go to the gym. So now I look forward to it. And that's that. And then maintaining momentum. That's the last. Got to keep that vision and focus, especially when things get tough. Things are going to get tough because life is tough. Now, I want to go back to organizations because organizations all have visions and it really does serve as a guiding light. It provides direction, enhances decision making, it definitely attracts talent. The alignment that happens really does ensure that everyone is working towards that same goal. Just like organizations, we need to do that as individuals because we should be setting our goals and making sure our values align with those goals. And it can be really hard to do this. So here's why leaders need a coach. Specifically, if you hire me, I coach leaders to help them reclaim their time, energy, and confidence. And really, we'll start with visioning because it can really help leaders focus on what truly matters, aligning their actions with their long-term goals, prioritizing the effectiveness of what they're doing now versus what changes they can make that they can get those results quicker. And, really, when you have this vision, you can filter out a lot of the distractions, the FOMO that I talked about earlier, and it allows you to stay on track. But here's the thing. Visions can be hard to do on your own, 100%. Sometimes you need someone to help you clarify your vision, break down your goals into small, manageable chunks, and then I'm here to hold you accountable. Every step you make and you achieve, you're going to feel inspired by yourself. Your time, your energy, you're going to gain a lot of it back. And you're really going to just focus on what matters to you. Again, a vision is a powerful tool, whether you're an individual seeking to change your life or you're a leader striving to guide your organization. Creating a clear, compelling vision can be the difference between stagnation and success. History does show us how visionaries have shaped the world, from Dr. King to Malala, and from Bezos and to the innovators who've transformed our daily lives. Visioning not only creates the future, it inspires and empowers other people to join the pursuit of that future end state. So take the time today to start crafting your own vision, seek clarity, set goals, stay inspired, and if you need that extra push, consider going onto my website, Compass Rose Coaching Solutions, and schedule that master orientation experience. It's only $25. If you go and make a Starbucks run, that's your $25. And it's a 90-minute session, and we're going to get laser focused on whatever you want. I'm going to put references in the show notes. And thank you for tuning in today. And I look forward to having you join me next time as we continue exploring powerful ways to take charge of your future. Keep blooming.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Your Pivot Game is Strong. I hope you found the insights and strategies discussed today helpful in navigating the chaos and finding your calm. Remember, every step you take towards embracing joy is a step towards a more fulfilling life. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners like you who are ready to drive and thrive. Don't forget to connect with us on social media for additional resources, tips, and community support. Together, we can continue to transform disruptions into opportunities. Until next time, keep your pivot game strong, take that chill pill, and remember, joy is just around the corner.